For me, talking about the future of Volution is personal and it's emotional because I helped found Volution, and this will be my last conference. So, and I think everyone here should be very proud and have a sense of pride and satisfaction because 25 years is a long journey, and Volution has accomplished a lot in that time. We helped show that it's possible to do the impossible. We helped change the world. Think about that. We helped change the world. We helped to demonstrate that cities can grow and get better, that by designing cities with transit in mind, you can end up with a healthier, livable, and more vital place. We learned that you really could raise the priority and include now equity and inclusion in how we shape our cities. Our path to the future, which is this topic, will no doubt be different than our past. When we started, this was just a crazy idea in the People's Republic of Portland. It was a belief that by marrying transit and land use with citizen action, that auto-dependence, sprawl, and the death of central cities did not have to be possible. Volution helps show that there's a way to grow that's different. And now Volution has grown from a conference to a movement, and its geography has expanded from Portland across the United States as a bold idea, and now to Vancouver and Canada. Volution is instilled with a set of values and a belief structure and a particular passion that there is a better way to grow our communities. It's an understanding that requires the inclusion of many voices, many disciplines, and many points of view. That has been a consistent part of our collective journey. Along the way, the movement has changed out of necessity. We needed to be nimble while still being tied to and consistent with our core values. So it's been a delicate dance, it's been an essential dance, and because of that, we've become more diverse. We've expanded the envelope beyond just rail as a mode to BRT, streetcars, walking, bikes. We've come to understand that a development project next to transit was not sufficient, that we needed to create districts that were walkable and inclusive, complete communities that were equitable and affordable, and sustainable places. Revolutionaries are dreamers, they're experimenters, but they're also doers. So rather than accepting things as they were, we saw what could be, we set out to change the future, and to dream and to invent a new future. That's part of our DNA, that's part of the Volution way. We know, though, that it's not just enough to dream. Volution has been a place to share the stories, the strategies, the tools, and build the coalitions that are necessary to achieve that future that we dream about. When we started 25 years ago, we talked about what could be, but we didn't have pictures of it. So we used cartoons, and we used advocacy and coalition building to show that there was a different way to go. Today, those cartoons have turned into highly livable, desirable, real places. The experiment has moved into the mainstream. People voted with their feet to move to these places, and the real estate market has listened. Places next to transit are now more highly valued than places away from transit. In part because of that market success, we needed to pivot to address gentrification and displacement and the affordable housing emergency that's happening across North America. That meant that we needed to bring new partners and new skills to the table. And so, as I hope that you've noticed here in Vancouver, that equity has become a fundamental piece of the conference, but there's still much more to do. So now is not the time for congratulations. Now is the time to ask a new set of questions and for self-introspection and a time for re-examination. Is this the logical point where we need to end up? Are there fresher, more relevant ways to achieve livable communities with transit? Is it time to pass the torch to others and to ask, should revolution even continue? Continuing necessarily means more change, just like it has for the last 25 years. And I'm hoping and guessing and assuming that you'll agree with me that revolution ought to continue and that we need to redouble our efforts to evolve and to change and to make strategic pivots for the next 25 years. So the question becomes, what are the pivots that we need to make to continue to be change agents, to show that the impossible is possible, to make our cities and communities more inclusive, more walkable, more prosperous, more sustainable, livable, equitable, and less dependent on automobiles? I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel that there's a sense of urgency that we need to do these things, that now is the time to act to help assure a more livable future. How we're going to do that is going to be up to you. But what we want to do today is ask the existential question, is now the time to turn to what? And what will our future look like?